Okay, hey y'all, it's me, Tasha C. And I just wanted to say real quick, I seriously thought before y'all listen to this lovely podcast, I recorded. I don't know why. It must have been some error I did. But it only recorded the audio. Meaning that you will not get to enjoy to see this face if you want to see a video podcast. I did purposely was trying to make a video podcast. And also to let y'all know again, I did not use my microphone. I do have two set microphones and I keep forgetting to plug them in so I can use them so y'all have clarity. So if it sounds a little fish out of water, probably is because I'm using auto through the phone and I was in the car. So I just want to do a PSA public service announcement that originally this was supposed to be an option where you can listen but also see me. And I thought it was recorded, and it's not recorded, so here we are. So I just want y'all to know that before y'all take the time to listen to this podcast. Okay, y'all, hugs and loves. Just wanted to let y'all know, okay?
What is up, y'all? What is up, fam? It is me, Tasha C. And this podcast particular episode, hopefully I put this up the video episode. This is another podcast episode, so Tasha C TV be cool. And of course, again, I forgot my microphone. This is also extra bonus episode, bonus, but this will be an extended episode since this one will be usually around episodes I've been doing for years, which is probably I'm going to try to stay here about an hour. And if I'm out in the car, and the window out here, but this is Vlogmas Day 29 on Monday, till 20. I was like, let me just give one more episode, but this one, if I do any podcast episode, we got 2 more days of New Year's Eve. You know, I'm very proud of myself that I stay consistent with the Vlogmas episodes. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of discouraging at times doing it, even because I did a combination of podcast, going on live, and been doing recently a couple times pre-record videos. Like yesterday, check that out on my YouTube channel, CTV. You can see snippets. I got snippets of like some of the videos like around 15 minutes, and you see parts on TikTok. It was about Nick Darnell, which is phenomenal, viral, Grinch, and give it props, and also because you can look like Nick, my sister's name Nick, also includes my Nina's Kitchen platform, with the platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, plug. Because you're different on Instagram. It's Wonder Woman 7777, not 773.11. I know that. I don't think she's on Snapchat either. But her birthday was yesterday. Shout out to my sis, and shout out to anybody else who had birthdays yesterday. Celebrate. Because not everybody's birthdays or holidays too. Hope you had a good day anyway. But since it went by Nick, I considered I'll make a video on that and about Grinch. And when I started finding out of him, if y'all never seen the video, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all. If y'all seen the video before, seen the videos of him, some people and some creators, some people together, they had a card give that young man, this actor, like character actor, like he has done improv with this character, which is kind of just like he said the boot camp with Shin Carrey. He's even done other videos that I found a page recently found of him where he's in impressions like like Jim Carrey, like comedian, actor, who is a living legend, and like such movies classics as now. I never seen Ace Ventura, but I did see like the movies like Liar. I don't know if he did a thing for Liar, but I seen movies like Liar, The Mask. I seen the original Dumb and Dumber. I only seen a snippet of the second one, but I'm like, that was a lot. Even see the first one, that's a lot. I didn't see Me, Myself, and Irene. I seen like bits and pieces, and this what I mean by bits and pieces is I was in the drive-in movie theater, and I was in between watching and waiting for the movie. At times, I would slip up and look up, and the screen was over there. So that was my way of seeing the movie on and off. So I didn't hear no audio, but I could see it like over here on the other side while watching the movie over there. So he's gonna go viral. It's another one in Universal Hollywood, and there's one in Orlando. But I noticed some people not everybody, who are putting videos together between him, Nick Darnell playing the Grinch, then other like Grinches, like making it seem like the same person. I'm like, are y'all trying to do this on purpose, or y'all don't know these are two separate people? People to give a person props, but make it separate. If you like the Grinch that is from, I think, Orlando, then go ahead and do that. Don't sit here and try to take away from this young man's facade, whatever. He's got congrats with 1 million followers now on TikTok. Like I said, I found him on Instagram, but he also has the same handle everywhere, which is fortunate. He hasn't been on his YouTube channel since the beginning of this year, earlier this year, but I still added him. But so I did that. So even though I'm not gonna lie, it has been kind of discouraging before, like, not to do videos, and that's kind of like why I stopped and on and off, especially since they've been declining, like haven't getting any views. But it encouraged me to still do them. It's just I'm not going to be consistently doing one every day. I don't really think so in the future or near future. Now, there's a slight chance, or at least I'll be consistent to want to keep doing stuff, and also be consistent with my podcast as well. More, because I've been slipping. So, but I'm proud of myself. I'm like, I really made it a whole month. Because me doing that podcast around the first year of Corona, I almost did it, but I didn't do a whole year. I was trying to do 365. Didn't do another podcast called Kings and Queens Next Door that was inspired. I don't always keep bringing up little Kitty. That's not my only nephew ever. But he was the one who inspired me to do that, talk about Black history, whether it's African American present or past. Even though I'll be chopping up people's names up and stuff, I would do my best. And I may bring that back, but I may not bring it where it's one once every week, like I was doing, because that was a lot too, or a couple days. It depends how I do that, but if I bring that back, I need to make sure I'm consistent enough time at first to do that along the podcast and still making like content on YouTube and giving snippets of it on the other social media. And y'all, I don't really know how to use Snapchat. I'll tell y'all that. I really don't. I've tried, even when I was on it before, I was following Dexter, y'all know the rapper, he been on and off, like, he used to be popping, like, kind of like, really when he was at his peak, was like on and off, like 2015 to like on and off 2017 to 18, but really, I, been dealing with, like, such issues of dealing with drug abuse. I think he's sober. It looked like he's sober now. Hopefully he's able to get out of it, because he's been dealing with addictions for a while. And even like was on camera where he, at the time, his former ex-girlfriend, he her not like bruises and stuff, but enough where it's like, okay, it's a problem. Years ago, and then they ended up still being together for a while, and she had his third child, but they're not together anymore. But he was one of those people that, even though he was famous at the time, he was one of those people who followed everybody who followed him. He even followed me on an account. He didn't care. But it was a lot of stuff because Snapchat, you can run it disappear. I would see the whole story. You'll have moments where he would praise God and stuff. And then I remember one of the video shoots. Here he just showing these girls who were in the video shoots. They offered them, there's just drugs, and they just snorted right off the table and shit. Snorting snowflakes. Yeah, I'll say it like that since I'll be putting this on YouTube. Yeah, snowflakes. Speaking of YouTube, this was somebody I have been watching called and I think in about at least about a year or so on and off, called Legal Mindset, and about YouTube content creators / just want to terrorize folks in other countries, and now they're on trial and they're stuck there, and they may get time, which should not be surprising the way they've been terrorizing people, and constantly up the cupcakes, PDF file, and all this other stuff. That's where I think I have ran into him, and I haven't been watching this stuff in a while, and I think he likes like anime, manga. But he's like a lawyer that is from America, but I think he lives or has different places like Thailand or, like Asia and other places that he travels. Or so I don't know if he's a traveling lawyer or he's moved where he's a lawyer located in those things. He's like an international lawyer. But he said the other day, this weekend, where I listened, where he was just from back. He was talking about, and I cannot thank y'all, nor did I write it down, about where he's thinking about doing his live streams between Kick and Twitch now, the long live stream, because I used to watch him on off at times through YouTube when he talks. And it's for other lawyers too, like Pam, the intellect. I think she's from the D. She talk about a lot of cases, but I don't think she's a person nothing like that. Past line that basically stripped that woman out of money to get a house and stuff, and he's serving 9 years, which he was already in jail for 6 years. And should have got more time, because on camera you see him assaulting a woman who was just walking the point. He claimed it was for his kids. He got robbed for all his dues allegedly, when he was kind of wanting to church. And really, the woman was blocking when the other woman was just reporting and not throwing her phone with it. But he was able to stay out to the church. He was harassing other people who were basically like, okay, he's not making anything good for him. But going back to legal mindset, I also used to call him legal mindset. I forgot what he says his name all the time. And he was saying like how YouTube has been, I don't know if it's hard to post or, like the banning thing they've been doing, or like the monetizing, or making it difficult for him to upload, or giving him problems with his content. And so he may have to, and since he would pay more, because he's not the only one who's where he might multi-screen between both Twitch and live stream. You can follow him on there. He's also on X, also on Twitter. He may go ahead and do like content over there now, because it will not only give him more money for the content that he has, but on more behalf, but it will be less restrictive of the content. And I will say, like I said, with me, the thing is, okay, we say about the algorithm, but even though I put the name in, and the songs I'm using are right from like UCut. They're songs that you copy. They have copy and paste the name and the song and maybe the website you put into the description. It's not a copyright strike, but it's still a thing of why I've been having problems when I have music. And I may put music even here. Forget it when I upload it to YouTube. Have it where it's in the background. Because usually my podcast is less than 15-minute ones I used to make. A lot of times I make the longer podcasts, I have music to them. So it's weird, like you get like this notification, like comments like, you want to remove the song, you want to hide the song, all this other stuff. And I'm like, why are they saying that? Okay, they run it. Okay, it's throw me off because it's 27 degrees and I've seen somebody run. But go ahead and get that cardio. I think that's the right word. But it's weird that they'll still keep saying that and even notifying you of a person of that if they're using the right description. Like one of them, surprisingly, it didn't do that. But I keep running into that. And it's only two other person I know that person. I know you can multi-stream. There's a couple, but I don't follow. But the only people I follow that do that maybe they're called Double Toasted, which do reviews, entertainment, and games and stuff, and all that stuff. Recap, commentary, bad movie roast is one of them. Movie extravaganza, Sunday service, and talk about different entertainment. Come on, son. They used to have a game show as well, but I don't think Corey has doing it. Besides, like they do like comedy shows and stuff as well that they have all the time. I think like Corey's main person, of course, we have Marvin and sometimes Billy and Julian, and it's also Julian Green. I think those are the people now, but I know it's always been like based on what I've seen that it's been Corey or Marvin and sometimes Billy were the original people, and then they eventually had people. They had another Corey, but he kind of, was like make guest appearances. So other people too, but just like going like doing research with people. But they multi-stream both on Twitch and both on Kick. So when I'm thinking about it, and then like I said, I brought up before about the Scorpion Show, the legends Kevin McHale, and they're giving a test run of coming back possibly with YouTube. But if they're the numbers and they ain't paying them, which I don't blame them, bills got to get paid, then they I don't know if this is going to go to Patreon or like be where maybe occasionally they make a post because it's not even worth it. Because they are very underrated to me. I mean, they did even like stars like even got to the point where they even like interviewed, you did an interview, it was backstage with Lady Gaga, and I think did an interview with her and all this other stuff, and did other interviews with people, and they just been like, as far as I'm concerned, been very underrated. Sorry, y'all, I'm just seeing a car go past by, throwing me off because it was slowing down. I'll go figure. Now, so that's what once I get enough people to like consistently watch my content, especially like on YouTube and stuff, then I will, when I do stream, that's something I may want to do, but I'm not going to do the streamer like it's a full-time job thing. It's just maybe like in a combination of doing when I do live videos, but consistently do live videos, I could see myself doing that. But I could not be personally a full-time streamer. Or if I stream when I'm not feeling well or good, I want to have the option. And, YouTube, especially, like, you want to get the ones you really want, cost some money on. Okay. So even if I want to be versatile, become a VTuber, it's basically like an avatar or cartoon thing, and that you can make up your choice. And usually be like characters like Amine or Magna, and you're talking through the thing, and you don't have to see the person. So if I choose to do that, y'all, that would be still some money invested, because I think you can make free ones, but I would want at least a little money to mine, but it'll be an option between, say, if I want to go online, but I don't want to show my face, but I still, quote, quote, want to show my face. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I just thought about, hopefully I put this podcast up, video podcast, because I had uploaded them. It's like one of them times where I upload two of them and so I put them, which I don't know, I'm going to upload but put up next year, which next year is really around the corner. I'm just saying, because the person was like, do they know where they're going, or they just like parking or trying to find where they're going to go because they haven't got far yet. Look. Okay. I wanted to talk real quick, y'all, because I wanted this to be kind of a lighthearted podcast time for today. Now, if y'all heard about the talented female rapper named Lakeyah, right? Now, she was with QC record label that was home to such acts as God Rest So Takeoff, but Takeoff and Quavo when they were in their group. The Migos, Gloss Up, which I think she had to leave the label because they weren't doing enough for her. She was decent too, who used to be with them. They may not be. Okay, they keep scooting down, but it's like, what is y'all doing? Like, that's the third time I've seen them just scooting down. Part, but it's like, do they know where they're going to? So, and other acts, I think like they did business with Little Baby as well. I don't know, like they were the management and stuff. And I think I don't know if the Baby had like any doings with them as well, but they were popular for certain acts, such as those that I listed. Now, Lakeyah is one of those acts. I think the first time she came out was 19 years old. I mean, it came out more is the one. When I first heard her song, she was like the GOAT song, the female GOAT, greatest all time GOAT. And I heard the song when she came out there, because it was down when I think the Rona came out when I first heard her, the song. She was dope, even if it was just 19 years young. And she was with the City Girls, which we all know this day, there's no more with JT and now young man separate. No, okay. Now, the problem is, it's not even a problem now, but when I listened to the song called The Female GOAT, she said the part where kind of like made it like, okay, well, she was saying, what's the big deal? But it was just like she was saying, my bitch got a dick bigger than yours, a customer to us then. And then I Googled, I'm like, oh, okay. So I just Googled, now it was a big thing, like take some rap, and I heard some other songs, like she said, oh, guys like girls more. And the reason why I'm sticking on this, because I was going to do a video about the situation, because this had nothing to do with what happened, but that's what people keep bringing up is the girl's sexuality, or supposed, only sexuality. Now, he admitted, I think it was like DJ Small Eyes or whatever interview, and he was like, yes, I am a lesbian, he's a lesbian, yes, or they could come out her growing time, they got into a statue, and they both were involved with other people. I'm like, okay, girl, well, you're young, and it's whatever. So, I didn't know it was a show, like a reality show, like people on the come up rappers. I think it was on, I would not have watched that. I think it's a BET show. Maybe I should watch it. But she started doing a lot of her verses where she would talk about, it looked like they talking to that person across the street now that was jogging. Okay, hopefully everything's all right. He's getting her, maybe. Wait. I bring up a story real quick after and that just made me think about something that I seen one time I went home a couple months ago. Now, so she started a lot of her songs eventually saying, like, she wouldn't really bring up about being with women or, you know, whatever. She would bring about a guy who, you know, I'm going to hit it more so cater to is he was heterosexual. And she was just had brought up like, well, you know, just like, you know, the time with, you know, Saucy did tell her he possibly could come back with some hits and he had some bops. But she said, just like he said, he has a, you know, a coochie. That's a nice way of saying it. It's just the same. It's the same that. It's just like Saucy Taylor. It's like the same thing. Saucy saying if y'all ever listen to his stuff, he will say he has. He don't say this. He literally says he got a coochie. He'll say that. He doesn't say. But she was just like, that's the same thing he said. Playing as if he is straight, but he's not. And I think she used, because I've been following her for a couple years now. I think I used to, I mean, she was like, I felt like was underrated, and I appreciate it throughout all the years, whatever, right? So recently, which I did not know, okay, I wonder why this is raining. We just don't leave it as this. If I can't know, I will use a filter. I will use a filter to, you know, to try to enhance it. Not, you just don't get this, because I am not about to record. I don't know why it's getting very grainy. Like when they had the first picture phone with a video camera, grainy smartphone. No, me can still see me, but I'm starting noticing that it's buffering or it's raining. I couldn't tell you. Recently, I did not know if I was or she left or dropped the QT. Hopefully she's in it, because like I said, she is a really dope rapper and clearly slept on. Okay. And just like Maleno, I hope it's that Maleno finally getting top of that song, Put It Down. I think that's gonna be the title of this song, Put It Down and stuff, and a couple of songs. She's been known in the game for a while and it's been dope and been slept on. I didn't know also she went to school for where they're working with the deceased science, and I think she's going back to school for that. So that's why a lot she talks about not just about the unalive or deceased. I mean, that's what she's going to for school for. So that would be dope to be able to do that and still be the rap again. But she recently came out with a mixtape. And I think she married her husband and son from Vegas, and he's also another. So what happened was, that's front door. Now, we could have y'all. Now, Young Miami, speaking of Young Miami, one of Young Miami's friends, she claimed she was jumped at the club by Lakeyah and some other folks, and telling the audience on her page, because this got on Neighborhood Talk, Live Bites, and I think, you know, like Hollywood Unlocked and other places, that she's telling people to go ahead and like this man who Detroit basketball, which I heard they're doing well. I need to get back to watching them again, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of those people who watches it sometimes basketball when they at least make it to the playoffs, certain sport. But I heard they're doing well. So he's like, he mad because I like, you know, this guy's pictures that she's talking to, whatever. And she went in the comments, y'all, and that's why I don't know. I'm keeping it for now. But she ended up deleting the comments, but I screenshotted what she said, like, in the Neighborhood Talk thing. She was like, this girl been She been skiing in the snow. She cray. Ain't nobody jump her, and it was not over no guy because of a guy. It was because he was talking rebels about so much time. It was a one-on-one fight. So I kind of had not known about it, whatever. But like I said, her being underrated. But the problem is, not the problem, but just the shock part. Ain't nobody talking about whether this rock got jumped or not. But some people's like this. So if you got supposedly jumped and you're trying to tell people to go ahead and possibly follow her man's channel, do you think they want to take chances? Hell no. You know. But these are, because I'm going to dig y'all. A lot of people, whether it was Twitter or Instagram, or probably other places as well that have well, it's really just X or Instagram, because unless somebody's talking about it in video form and leave comments on the video about it. Because I had a couple clips from a girl saying it was this, it was that. And somebody said that happened, I'm not a fight or something. But here's the next comment I kept seeing a lot on both, like I said, the major platforms so people could talk. I think also Threads too. They back is like more so you can send pictures and talk on there as well, where it's more so talking. I think talk more characters than even X, but that's Instagram's version is Threads. Probably even on Facebook too, but I don't be really on Facebook like that. People, it's like Lakeyah, a guy. What do you mean? I thought she was gay. I thought she played, jump on the rainbow, all this stuff on both of these platforms. And some people are like more so talking about the fact, the possibility that maybe because she hasn't said whether or not that she's with a guy now or not, or she might be sexually filled or bisexual. Because I mean that actually is possible with people just because she's been playing with teen. I mean, but besides about the group, it was my former classmate. It was a couple people, I think, Gigs I used to watch too. I don't know if she's still online or not. Gigs, I know Bonnie Blue, YouTube, but I knew somebody, not say personally wise, but it was like we were reading and proofreading, in our papers, put in exactly what happened in her past. She was one of those women that she was playing a role. It's like a vice. We were making all papers, and it was like a vice paper, and we told her different stuff. And she was one of those people that was like this. Women that she was like, at first she was with nothing but women. I mean, and then when she was a regular girl, whatever. But to make a long story short, when she got 21 years old, she was like, she went, I don't know if she still is or not. That's her business. But she was the same thing as other kids. Like they didn't like they first were with only when they were girls, and when they were a certain age as young women, they were women, and then eventually, even if I don't know whether they went back to go and kiss the rose still in the lady pond or not, but they went to that is actually possible. It's just like with people they made like. They might have been heterosexual all their lives, even had kids, married and stuff like that. And then they come out later on in life. I actually have some relatives that have kids and have, and they came out as gay. That is possible that maybe because she's not saying anything like not, she's fast enough, she's still showing, she's hoping she get picked up. About the right there, because like I said, she is a very talented rapper, okay? But I just wanted to bring that up because it was really more so concerned and confused about, hey, what do you mean now she's saying she likes men? That is possible. That is possible that maybe she started, and then you have people trying to say, ain't no way you could say, you could be, but I don't trust such things, a full lesbian. There are people who, there are women that, the reason I say people, because some people go up and that's non-binary and stuff. That they never have been with the opposite sex. Like for example, Little Perfect, aka Jazz. I think she has never been there. If you watch Ashley Miller on YouTube and also other platforms, watch for years with reviews, having entertainment and just talking about her that she has never been met, even though she can find men like attractive. She's not, sex attractive, have sex with them. She said that she was straight rebirth, but she's, has not been with a man before. And there's women who been consider themselves, or they're more masculine, or even stems, which are like a cross between, they might have masculine, like the more masculine ways, or what it would say tomboyish ways, but their nails, some lashes in their hair, and sometimes ears is squeaking. Sometimes they might throw in a dress so quickly, occasionally wise, or whatever. That's what a STEM is called, when it doesn't have to do with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's what a STEM is. And I heard about that through, not Candy, but not Miss Skittles, but Candy's channel. I forgot what it is, because she and her now husband like run a ranch and stuff. So I even forgot her channel. I sometimes be running about, but her name was Candy too. And her sister, I don't know if her sister's still married. Her sister named Whitney, but Whitney ended up was, I guess, what was what she used to be. Doing heterosexual activities, giving Bob, if you know what I mean, or giving knowledge and stuff. And she ended up marrying a woman, and they say she was a STEM. With the time, sometimes they come on the show, they'll come stop by and come on the show, just like that. She is hilarious. I still follow her. And she would, that's the first time I heard, and that's been some years ago, y'all. That's the first time I heard about STEM besides science, technology, engineering, mathematics, okay? STEM about finding like it's based across between stuff, but you are feminine times or all times, or you have a feminine, or you supposed to be feminine on your feminine side, and like I say, you can wear a bunch of prom clothes in the face and everything, please. Like for example, y'all would say that about the bra, like the bra, even though there was a time when she was started wearing nothing but the clothes, the girly clothes, and, even though she wears a lot of baggy stuff, except like the beginning of the wedding, she wears the most times she wears baggy stuff. Her face be on foot all the time. I mean, display. I mean, my thing to work on she's playing with that face and them eyelashes, everything, not playing hair, everything, But like so, like okay, people can say goodbye. As long as, when I mean by pepper herb, like nobody's messing around somebody, have no business messing with you. They ain't got to be like on some DL junk, and both people are over, like both grown, for example. It's just, I mean kids, there's still a chance to be sexual. I mean, I ain't trying to bring up that, but what I mean is that for them to be more so concerned about the fact that whether Lakeyah has decided that she want to sit here and get some eggplant. Oh my God. To break up real quick, it was on Threads that came up suggesting, because sometimes occasionally, since they kind of have it intertwined with Instagram, here and notice how people were shaming the brat for being pregnant 2 years ago, and she had a custom-made basketball shoe with her belly being in it. And there was so many people liking this. I know blocking it, but hopefully this block person ever seen him. I don't follow him anyway. I can't believe that somebody would think this was cool. It was shaming like the brat because she had a customized jumpsuit with her showing her baby bump. Like, it was disgusting because she dresses more to tomboys and masculine. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, that's just shaming whatever. Why is she doing that? Whatever. She's not the first person that would show their belly while they were pregnant. If you want to be technically watching legend like Demi Moore, I remember the first time I seen this as a kid. When I don't know if it's her birthday, whatever, and unfortunately we all go through past like Alzheimer's dementia, so he couldn't even speak or nothing, and he, I mean they did broke up, but they said because they had 3 kids together, and now his wife, I don't know how many kids him and his new wife had. But the reason why I brought up is that she was pregnant with one of her children that she had. Well, all her children I think are. All 3 of her daughters have 2 girls' mom with Bruce Willis. And she was pregnant. And, the same women, they see through their belly, or even if they have, like, say, a new photo shoot, but it's more so to show their baby bump in some way. It was really just kind of, I just thought about that too, like, because she happened to be a lot of people were liking or saying, like, comments to talk about her and shame her because she had a custom belly out shirt, mask. Because like one picture when once they not, caring, because not the biological mom of True Legend, but she is, was the mom who carried the baby. And that's the baby. Her wife is like biological child. But she had pictures where she had the bra showing and had like, the fedora hat on, had the suit blazer on, but looked like a bra, and he was holding the baby. And so it was just like, there was a lot of people with trolls, at least enough in that kind of was like a little annoying. Come to think about the crap, her kind of would be considered, a skill, not science, technology, it's like a STEM. But still, who decides to embrace a pregnancy, I didn't think there was nothing wrong with that. I was kind of, to be honest with you. But I didn't know people felt. I mean, people are going to dislike anything. There's always going to be people who like something or dislike something. This is just to see that how people thought if it was something wrong with what she did to embrace her pregnancy and about to come about. I just thought. Oh, but before I talk about the next topic, when I was talking about seeing the car, and I was wondering why they were like going around, but they really was to get the person. Oh my gosh, y'all. This happened a couple months ago. You just want to keep moving. I was on my way back from one of the times I was driving as well. I was coming back in the neighborhood, and I see, you can see these two kids. This girl, and they probably in their early teens at the latest, and two boys walking each other. But that's nothing big. At least 2 to 3 boys. I don't remember, but it was at least 2. And one boy might have been maybe a preteen. I mean, a preteen at the most. But that's no big deal, because I don't mean like she's not walking with her family or nothing. It ain't no big thing for us or nothing like, oh, she must stop to do something wrong. I'm bring this up, y'all, because I'm about to tell y'all what happened next. See this car pull up, the car, I was thinking like, hopefully it ain't no big thing car. Maybe this was, maybe obviously it was a child that was jogging around getting ready and, obviously worked out, maybe obviously playing sport or sports. But in this case, y'all, like I said, this was during the time we're out of school. This, like I said, happened not too long ago. This woman pulls up on the side and tells the girl watches, but I'm not able to see her face. So I'm at the south side, and they on the other side, the other south side. When the girl goes in the car, I see a hand bite her in the head. Like bite or something. It was something. I just remember this. I just seen all this with the girl there, and kind of having this look on her face, talking up and down the window down, and she kind of said something to the boy and keeps going. So 9 times as a kid, and it drove off. I'm like, damn, this is not my problem. Apparently, I don't know what was going on, but it seemed like that girl was not supposed to be around the boys, and they were obviously not family, I don't think, or she snuck out or something. I don't know what is going on, but the fact is, I just seen snap on Croc. Not like the child had bruises or anything, but because she was wearing our glasses as well. But basically, it seemed like, based on speculation, because I do not know the situation, okay? It seemed like she was looking for a child, call her walking around, and I don't know if it was because she was with boys or she was, walking out anyway and was supposed to do it. It was just a lot to see in them 3 to 5 minutes. Girl, hope you don't think you in trouble. Oh God, that's all I have to say. I just thought about it. What else? Now, before y'all, I just recently had found this trend actually last night. I don't know. I seen some people do it, but I didn't know but I didn't know what was going on. It's called a Snoopy dance. It's a viral thing that I seen on TikTok and IG. And a reason why I was seeing something on X of some of the people I follow, and it was just like a recommended tweet. And it was like, God, I love us, right? And they were doing the Charlie, if the famous, like, where all the people with the cartoon Charlie Brown, you got Snoopy on the violin guitar. I've got the characters on Charlie Brown. Like, I see him when I see, I know Lucy and stuff and certain people, but I would kind of more so Lion and stuff. But a lot of people, I gotta look up their names. I know who they are, but I don't know their names. Even though I've seen that special, even though Charlie Brown's like, you watch it, but that's some of the most depression shit I ever have seen. As a kid, okay. So, a lot of families were doing over the Christmas thing, and especially they're able to go in and out. There's a couple people that did the dance, but they're not able where you zoom in, see the clip, and zooming in like which character they are. So you got somebody got knowledge. It was hilarious. They got the famous piano sound from Charlie Brown. I didn't mean to put the rhyme with Charlie Brown. And they matched that together with the vocals. Like, yeah, both something else. You can do this. Yeah, and they're able to do that. Like, it was a couple of them down. A lot of them, all the people on the screen, zoom in, but definitely like the piano. Some of them got the guitar. Some of them got, of course, got the line, the blanket, and again, Charlie Brown. One of the funniest things. We'll tell people how we treated. And he even got a little videos because it was funny as heck. So the family, I was able to find them because it was TikTok. And then I was like, it was called the Snoop Dogg and Snoopy. What I keep saying, Snoop Dogg, not the rapper, Snoopy dance. So it's a lot of people. I didn't know it was a trend because I don't be on TikTok like that. Really. But it was a link to the X, and I found out what it was, and I put like the Snoopy dance trend or something, and you guys expect that that is more silly than that, y'all. But that is funny as heck. If y'all can the Snoopy dance, even though, okay, we about to get Christmas, it's mostly a lot of people were doing it. Some people had like the Christmas pajamas on, and people were doing it. It's just hilarious where it's a bunch of adults doing it, or teens, teens, whether they teens or a lot of it's just funny. And one of them was kind of funny, but it was just like, hey, what's that? With the feet, and they were doing the foot. I found that quite hilarious. I wanted to talk about real quick. Speaking of people, I'm just gonna talk about two real quick. Y'all may have heard of them, y'all may have not heard of them. They're underrated. I mean, they changed and kind of transitioned between different things, but they're just as talented, or they've done, hopefully, them being in the new, like, arena music, hip hop and R&B / rap, but not too far away because hip hop is the culture, part of the culture. I'm about to mess up the person's name. Kamikaze was the formerly rapper's name. Kamikaze. I tried, okay. Now, I've heard about him for a while. Even say like like when he was in like when the Double XL, like they used to do the rap off the freestyle thing and edition, and remember when he was doing his stuff then. I mean, I heard about him, but I did not follow him. But recently, I shout out, like I said, Priscilla Ramoni. I kind of found YouTube cousin Dash Skit Chills because he usually do like some reviews, especially like Love at the Lockup, kind of taking 90 days, like before the 90 days Beyonce, stuff like that, okay? Now, in the case of, what I meant to say here, in the case of him, he goes by Frank Cole. He transitioned when he changed his name. At first I seen stuff on him, like I said, I was watching about it. And they played a snippet, and this dude, y'all, if they ever make a rendition, I can say, because not everything needs to be reboot. I look forward, by the way, y'all, if y'all watch the classic Black show, A Different World, I was trying to see here, but from A Different World, they're close to coming with the reboot, but it's kind of like, not the reboot / like the spin-offs, but it's got to do with a lot of their kids. And some of the original cast members are coming in as part as the cast. But it's upcoming thing close to come on Netflix, so I look forward to that. Okay, that's all something. But my reboot is, if y'all remember the classic movies with Spike Lee, More Better Blues. It don't have to be that, but even the movie Drumline, which I heard they did make a sequel, that it was like, I didn't watch it, and I seen somebody like review of it, and it wasn't really that well. So y'all not missing much. But it didn't make a show. I don't know. It just made me think about when I seen it perform. It was a snippet, and he knows to play the jazz and guitar. And he played the heck out of a trumpet. He can play. If they're gonna make a biopic, hopefully, I don't know. He has to, because I don't know if it acted, but I just thought about it, like if he was to venture to acting and he played a role where it has to do with him playing the trumpet or guitar, it was just so dope to see him. But like I said, his name is now, I think his government name is Frank, but now he goes by Frank Cole, and it's like kind of like a combination of jazz, but it was just so dope to see him. When he flipped over, like I said, even jazz could be intertwined with like rap. rap, hip hop. It was just unique and dope to see him up here performing and playing the heck out of that trumpet, y'all. Just even the snippets that he was there, but it was just, I know I sliced his rap name quickly, but that's it. Now, also, y'all, do y'all remember the rapper came out a couple years ago viral as far as the JP? JP was his name. Remember when they was having that? They still have him 21 versus 1 thing. And I remember last time, like, I don't know if he really did or not because they couldn't show you something. He went to bathroom anyway. One of the cases, he was saying like, you talk about boxer, Well, she said she will, and they went to the bathroom, and they look like, and it's like, okay, you got to join a Patreon in order to see what, hear whether it's real or not, because they can't put it on YouTube. So I don't know whether it was real or not, but I remember him doing that, and I've been following him, and I was like, it's the same person. I should not know that, but he had certain songs kind of like Biddy, and it was a song kind of popular. I forgot something with Biddy in it. It was popular a couple years ago, a couple songs. And I was following him anyway, but it came up my time feed, and I gotta go to that real quick, y'all. About I have no choice but to start. I started to, but I'm really gonna have to really clean out who I follow on Instagram. I'll get into that in a second while I'm at it. Because the only notes I took, y'all, because I forgot to bring the pen out here. If y'all can see, y'all look in video form. You probably can't see it because I used the highlighter to put these two people that are changing the gene of of what they were. Like I said, R&B song, but I mean, the dude, he was singing like his own version of Twisted Soul. It's Slang Bell Swinging, but it's like it was kind of like a sexy R&B song, and he was singing. I'm like, wait a minute, is that JP? And he got no glasses. I mean, like some people make like you take glasses off, his name's different. See, look at here, look at here. But anyway. Y'all, hopefully I can see y'all. Look at here. Look at here. I'm just saying, people be up there, y'all. If y'all listening to me, I just had to take my glasses off for a minute. But, what happened was it was a dope song. He was singing as hard as Beach Talent was. And I'm like, wait a minute. So, like I said, how some people act like it's so much big differently. Because I've been used to wearing glasses since I was a kid. So I've been used to wearing eyeglasses all my life. It only been a few times that I got in contacts, but I mostly wear eyeglasses. And even though I could possibly get laser surgery, I'm like, at the most, I may just go back to contacts again occasionally and still keep my eyeglasses. But I may go to at least the contacts at times because I have a narrow nerve condition caused for a procedure that wasn't done properly and they had to IV my neck, which is a whole other story that I may get into. But I don't know when. So it's a narrow nerve, so actually it hurts. So a lot of times now, since that occurred, like, even though it's been about a decade or something ago, it's easy to take my glasses off because it's irritating, like, to wear glasses. A lot of times I'll take them off take them off, keep taking them off. But he took his glasses and he was singing. He could have just had contacts. He might have had laser surgery. I don't know. And he was on classic kind of like Carcos where it's like either you're a new artist or, a living legend artist and people, and it's dope. And there's a guy driving around who do an interview and they have their songs and they could be singing and rapping. And I didn't know he did a Cadillac Chronicles. And he did sing a couple songs, but he changed, like, sometimes he does do like silly stuff, whatever. I think, but I had to get into really his channel. But he's Joshua Gilly, and he changed his name down to Gilly, and he's singing his heart out. So not only that, y'all, I forgot what his university, like in Milwaukee or something like that. I forgot. I ain't gonna lie, he's a college student now. And he plays for their basketball team where it goes at. And I think his major has to do with music, like music science and stuff like that. You know what? I just thought about it. This is improv, y'all. I usually don't write notes if this is my first time listening. But before I get in that story, y'all, I brought it up in my other two video podcasts that hopefully I'll put up soon. But it's Nina Lin character, this toxic ass, you say the N-word, this Asian young lady who, her and somebody else, somebody on camera kept twerking and was trying to pull his pants down and stuff like that. when she was called out about it once the video premiere, even though it happened at the beginning of this year, it sounded like, well, no man would have said he's essaying, up there, and then she just keeps getting slapped on the wrist. She also essayed another guy who didn't know that she was supposed to be on his side, and she was purposely massaging his butt without permission. The guy, I think his name is Toast, I don't know his first name, but it has something to do with Toast, he was said at the time. He wished he could have said something. And then this whole thing about making it seem like men or boys cannot be victims of SA or molestation, nothing like that. It's really sad for this whole story. So I was talking about, like, here she was paying the other girls, Zoe Spencer, which I used to follow, but I don't follow her no more. And it was beyond this stuff. She eventually got too annoying me, so I stopped following her. But it's like Twitch keep giving this broad chances. Now, she was banned. She'd be banned, but hers, it seemed like best in the day, they were all. Then, Nina Lin got banned again for 5 seconds. And then even like a woman say, now she just straight just opened, just even nail place. A woman just say, like, please don't cuss around. Can you please not cuss? My child is here. And she just, like, she's really an a-hole and annoying. And even though she was a Swim University, was pricing at, like, First University, and they had, like, weekend classes, and they stayed on campus and stuff my first time here. But she was also could have been just like a fake like show that had Greek and had women that was supposed to be like based off of Flavor of Love, be inspired by oh sorry y'all, there's somebody dropping something off, so that's why I was looking. They dropped, I'm at the house. So, anyways, y'all. When I did that one, so recently he was shown several times where he was not paying the first of the Tarjay. Anyway, don't be on people's tail and stuff like watching, sometimes overwatching people while they purchase something at the checkout. Okay. And he's even showing right on camera times. He's got some boots for free. He even show like he got big pack of ground beef and it's just doing the butter. So since he was banned for about 3 weeks, and allegedly it was allegedly permanently banned, because it turns out, of course, it is not. She wasn't permanently banned, even she had said that. So when people thought like she finally going to get justice for all the stuff she did and she's getting away with, and acting like she's about to get fight with somebody and getting away with certain stuff, they let her come back on there the other day. And now she claims she has a receipt that shows she paid for the stuff. Even though it showed a clip, well, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know. But the clip shows that she scanned the butter. Now, maybe she flipped it around, but at least on the angle that we're seeing, it looked like she scanned the butter, not the meat underneath, okay? So, again, it's like, what are you doing? You letting a person that continues, like, she can get certain people get away with shit, and then this bullshit, and she able to continue on as if nothing happened, and she keep getting passes. Okay. The truth told her and Zoe Spencer, it should be still both of them, because I'm like, okay, y'all did this stuff on camera, and once it came out again, y'all just get a little slap on the wrist. So she's gonna keep it invincible, and so clown is past clown. Just broke my eyes. But let me get into the story real quick. What happened earlier this year? No, it was around Labor Day. Is time, and how I got, I think, basically fooled on a so-called helping, of some school, charity or something, get donations or something, or school funding stuff. Now, I was in Kroger's. Kroger's, I don't know who y'all say stuff like that. It's a grocery store chain. Like a certain, they still have Kroger's. They don't have many like they used to, but they still have them around. One of them chains that's left. Y'all remember like something like they used to be Gray Scott, Farmer Jack, Finger Live. Now, once they don't have up here, because I live in Michigan, HBUC. They don't have Publix, which is, I think, down south. They don't have, which is down south. They don't have Publix. They don't have there's a couple other shades. What is that? Like I said, the HEB. Okay, y'all, I was just up there looking because the guy was about to pull off. And my next door neighbor was getting ready. He was about to pull off, and my next door neighbor was getting ready to back in and perverse and just throwing me off, whatever. Not really. So that's one of the grocery trains up here. Now, it's been a few times, not all the time, like people might have different reasons for where they may need donations or they're trying to get donations for certain things. I've done that before, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I've been tricked before. Oh my gosh, it was so long ago. I remember I know this sound like big bad activities, but this guy young dude was killing drunk, and not the stereotype, but he looked like, you could tell he was young. He was younger than me at the time, but he looked like if he was in high school, he was either past the age of high school, unless he was taking night classes. That don't mean you can't get your GED or high school diploma at a later age, just because you're past the age of 18 and wrong. But at that time when this happened to come out, before I go to the Kroger story, y'all, he was drunk, you could tell, and he just had this seat train. He's trying to go on a college tour. And I just didn't like he didn't. And another guy was like, okay, well, what school do you go to? And the guy was so young dude at the time, because he was younger than me, I could tell, was so drunk that he had to make it. The guy was like, okay, you get $3, because he's like, okay, well, what college you go? You could tell, like, I was in stole the sheet or whatever, copy paste at Office Depot, whatever, or had a printer, but simply sat there and like lied, to say like he went to school somewhere. I mean, was going to school some tours. But this one was creative, and I'm starting to believe that it was a scam, and I got scammed out of my $5. $5, I mean, it's not that much anymore, but it's a principle. Okay. Oh, now we gotta clear now again. Okay. Now, I know I say now because a lot I started paying attention or so it was around Labor Day weekend. I'm in the store. This young dude comes to me. Not to say, because, I mean, people could get tattoos legally, or I think 16 is up here in Michigan to get permission by your parent if you legally get it, which even though y'all, me knowing what I know now, even though I got mine legally, and I was the age of 19 when I got my first one, and my second one at 20, and it got mine like on and off later years. I do want to cover up some more things. But anyways, the point is, he has this whole neck tattoo on his neck, like wraparound. And I mean, he had a gold teeth, but that doesn't mean say he wasn't in high school. Because I didn't even ask was he in high school. But he had the laminated teeth, y'all, or teeth printed out with QR code. I think that's QR code. My son, nephew, and furry nieces. Furry nephews, I do need to be close. They need to make QR code. QR code. But he came up to me like, "Hi, I'm trying to go on this school tour, this college tour." Like I said, they do have them where it exists, but this is what fooled me, was because he was saying that he already got a scholarship in Morehouse, and even though he has a scholarship with, like I said, I didn't ask what school he went to, nor did I, like I said, what school he went to, or was he already in high school, or did he just start it? But, it's kind of like, when you think about it, I think I did get food for, but with this more, y'all. Said he was going to, but he wanted to change his major, even though he has a scholarship in music, I think, because he said he played piano, whatever story he was able to come up with and probably get that GPT with or whatever. He said that he wants to change it to like music engineering or something or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give $5. Like I said, he has a QR code, but a QR code, so I cash stepped it, but you had to put like SUBT or something. I forgot what message you had to say in his name, first name, in the thing. I mean, then he already had a list of people, which I don't know really, honestly, if it's people he got already, or, they just made the list look more believable because he already had people on the list that written down and gave different amounts for this quote college tour. But this is when I should have realized there was something wrong with it, because I was like, oh, I graduated, I actually have a bachelor's and master's. And then when he's asking me flat out, but this is after, I fell for the lollipop trick. Because, like I said, I gave to other people before, but the only one I know for sure, which was like some BS, which unfortunately had to be, even then, some college tours. But a lot of them fundraisers things usually be legit. And especially being that the other times where, I don't always give all the time, of course, but usually 9 times out of 10, they will have legit, legitimate, like, fundraising with different things, like, but you don't have to have a permit, which I think in Michigan, like, to have certain things. You just need permission, and really, truthfully, like, the owner of permission, say, if you are doing a fundraiser, or you're selling paintings, or when they used to do the free phones, and et cetera, or, your products with companies. Even though I've seen people do that, like even such places as Dollar Trees or independent, like mom and pop liquor stores, okay? Certain areas you have to have a permit just to do that, but some people, I guess it's based on permission, because I Googled, and even one time I said called the city of one of these townships, and they just have to, like, we supposed to know that they don't have, like, had to have a certain permit. But anyway, so this person coming in, and they're having these papers and stuff that seem legit, but like I said, it's easy to sit here like you be a pro with these certain templates and everything, and it may seem like legitimate that they were doing a fundraiser for a college tour. And well, after he asked me, like, did you go ahead, okay, so what was better for you? So did you go to classes online or on campus, and then I was like, which I never lived on campus, so I had thought about, I never was a person that wanted to go to college and really be on campus. The only time I thought about it was one of the guys I was talking to, and I think I was gonna follow. I'm keeping it real, y'all. It did, but I didn't follow that. But I rather prefer staying at home than trying to leave to live on campus, personally, to me. Okay, and I'm glad since this person, some people went on campus, and I know, and that was fine with them. But I didn't. But he's asked me flat out, what's better now? Because, like I said, the way he phrased it to me is if he was just about to graduate, or already graduated or something, just about to graduate, but okay, you got the scholarship and you got accepted to a school, and you got a scholarship, but come to think about it, it's like, okay, you already at a school that is one of the schools that's part of the historic Black college and universities, so now you need money to go over there. So is that the only school you went to, the historical Black college and university? And now you need another tour. Just thinking about it now, it kind of threw me off. And but he's asking me, like, what was better? Did you go to class? When I explained I went to class type or online, he's asking which was better, and or what was beneficial for you, and I just said that. But it was just like, okay, if you went to Morehouse and you're supposed to live in Michigan, when I think about it later on, you would live on campus. I think the first year, but I guess to make it sort of believable, and I, which place I went on my way. But then it made me think about it. It wasn't until I had left, once I went to the store and eventually got home, I was like, I think I got fooled. I don't care if it's $5 now. You couldn't get a nick bag or like that, or some weed. Then I was thinking, okay. So, like I said, I don't know why I'm doing those little hands to the big hands like that. So, I Googled and heard about some people, because I was like, looking up, and Reddit do be having a lot of different things, but they had helped me. Like, I found like certain apps and certain software and certain advice that, come up with Reddit. If it's Reddit, depending, hopefully, if it's not negative, especially, they had helped me find out some software and some updates and any certain thing, so they had helped me. So it came up in Reddit, and I guess Detroit, and somebody has inquired. So I was like, historic Black college scam, y'all. A Black college scam in Michigan or at Kroger's. But this other dude they took a picture of him, and he was claiming he was going for the band, but he was one of those dudes, like I said, is even if they were doing a fundraiser scholarship, I don't think he'll be the age. He was old enough to be people's parents, based on the picture, okay? We're grown kids. maybe not to say you couldn't have young kids, whatever, but it was like you told to say like you a senior in high school, like really in high school and stuff like that, trying to play it off. And there were some people, like I said, this is still just words, but when I also went to the Story Black College University website, they were saying like that's scams. They don't have like fundraisers such as those where people, in other words, inquiring like, it would include like people just going around in Kroger. Okay, so I made sure I blocked the person. I wish I could. I don't know if I could have reversed back to $5 or anything, but I did block them. Like say, well, I haven't had no problems, thank God. But if they would have done that, but I was just like, oh my gosh. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, y'all, because this literally just came up last month. It was a different Kroger's. Because like I said, based on the Reddit, and even with the Story Black Colleges itself, it was a website, credit website, not like a blog or anything, that also said something along the lines like that, basically was a scam. And they had it right on their page. It's not around Thanksgiving, cake and whatever, Turkey Day. But it's near there. Yeah, it was near there. Not the exact week, but I think the week beforehand. But y'all, anyways, this person, it was a young that was going around, and I thought because certain areas was crowded, it was evening time, and I was with mom and one of my sisters. And this guy, but he looked like he could have been, like I said, in high school, like in senior year maybe, but still kind of remind me, he just didn't look like he had a tattoos or nothing. I could have seen or nothing. But he didn't get me or anything, but he was just like going around. I'm thinking like maybe he's trying to get like, there's people at the deli and stuff like that. But I actually overhear him. I heard a voice, and it looked like the guy, because come to think about it, he did have like some type of clip or phone or something in his hand. It wasn't the same dude, but it was the same runaround. Oh, I'm going on the college tour. Huh? I was awful that dirt. Awful. I wasn't that worried, but the minute I heard like, oh, I'm trying to go on the Story Black College tour, it actually sounded very similar as far as beginning the script when the guy got me when I was heading in the other Kroger store, and this is happening. So yeah, I had got y'all with that, but I was just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You got to be freaking kidding me. I sat there and basically got fooled, and then here's somebody else. I don't consistently go to Kroger like that anyway, like that. But it just be like, you gotta be kidding me that this, because they said this been running around on and off for years. They've been doing like Kroger's and in the Troy area, but this was like, not to say it make a difference, scam or scam, but Metro Troy area, and they still going around trying to come up with these college tours. And this was totally different than some young man, hopefully got himself together and stuff by now. At the time being, I was almost about, I knew I was older for him, but the fact is how he just used a piece of paper, and it's kind of like I just gave him really the little dollar amount just for him to get the phone at the time being. But the case of the other guy was the case of the other guys. The other guys is they're going into Kroger, and it's out of nowhere. I guess they started to branch out to certain Krogers, because on and off again. I mean, I know I haven't been in Kroger almost about a whole entire year prior to this year. For a while, I wasn't going to Kroger's or gas stations. I mean, not gas stations. I meant to say other grocery stores like that. I just been using like the certain service where I get stuff delivered more so than going in the store. I still occasionally go into the store. I mean, I've been back going to grocery stores at times, but I didn't know it was the scam thing, because all the times I've been there previously, it was no scam. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got and they're sitting here, up here, still trying to scam people out of money, knowing they ain't going no damn college tour and doing this. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, y'all, what else did I want to talk about anything else? Because my show be like an hour and some change. It is an hour and some change, yeah. But I just wanted to admit that with y'all, I guess, like with my confessions about one of the crazy stories of how I got out of $5 over this fake fundraiser thing that they got, where they got professionally how the seats is made with QR codes and stuff and everything. with this Kroger tours. Now I guess they post that tours. Now I never have went on the tours, but I knew people that went on the tours. I think they go like during the spring and summer semester. I mean, kind of like the springtime. Maybe I think when kids is junior, but I think they go like when it's the spring break for the kids. I think if they're gonna go on the tour, I think that's what that was. I think so. But I'm just looking at it like for that. But it was another crazy. I know I ain't got like not too many exciting stories or nothing like that. But one thing I want to talk about real quick, which was pretty weird, that awkward that happened like in past summer as well. My dad sat there. I mean, not sat there, but it was one of those. Yeah, we still get stuff delivered occasionally from Amazon. He has a specific George Foreman grill. George Foreman also passed away this year. That's not still on. Condolences. Anyways, it's a certain grill that, I mean, that not just the white one, but it's one like you can grill more stuff. Kind of almost like an inside door, like little grill that you can bring inside and outside, right? But he cannot find a cord worth a darn. So since it's a discontinued item, he one time tried to order a cord, but it didn't match, and then he was just like, forget it. I'd rather just go ahead and just get, since they're already using, they discontinued, I guess, the brand. Discontinued the brand, even though it's kind of new. They have not made any new versions of it. We got it, and it's one of those times. Usually, Amazon is not somebody that you had to have signed for an item, but occasionally meaning that you have to have a PIN number, password. I think I had to have one earlier this year or last year. It was for a phone or something, but usually don't have the option. So they were going to be delivering on Saturday. Like I said, this was some of the weirdest shit, y'all. Now, they said, and they start to announce if you ever get from Amazon, Amazon Prime Deliver or whatever, or even Walmart, some other places, that they'll have it like 10 miles away. I think even like Uber, like even when you get stuff like, I think deliver with Uber Eats, Instacart, them types of places, that once it gets near the house or a certain amount of stops, they'll give you notification. They gave a stop, like they usually do, like, okay, there's pulling up on your way. And especially it was important for me to do that. Consider this time one of the rare occasions, the second time, but as long as I've been using Amazon for several, like, good, almost 10 years, something like that. Well, I mean, it's been 7, 8, I know it's been a long time. I'll just say it like that. So, I come outside, and my dad and one of my other brothers are actually outside, sitting on the porch chairs outside. And when I'm about to come out so I can give this man the PIN number, he's actually going around looking at, the delivery driver. He's up here, like, going through boxes and stuff like that. And then just takes off. I'm like, what the hell? And my dad, we're saying, like, well, he just reversed a couple times, 2 or 2 times in front of the neighbor's house, and then stopped, and then reversed again and stopped. And when I seen him, he would return. And instead of he was actually going out looking boxes, this ninja takes his fucking ass down the street. And I'm thinking, like, well, maybe he changed his mind, and since it's a PIN, even though that is kind of weird, y'all. I'm like, maybe he's gonna come around here after make deliveries. And he was down the street, y'all, for about 30 minutes or so. I stayed out for a second. Still didn't come. And then when he leaves that spot, or it seemed like 30 minutes, he just turns around, go to this other street, and it's not coming back around here. And then, cause then all of a sudden, y'all, I forgot to mention, when his ass left, like once he got here, the pinpoint, and he just drives off, the signal from saying he's here at this destination is no longer there. So it's like, I don't know how deliveries are set up. So I don't know if he did something so he couldn't be tracked anymore. I don't know what bullshit he was on. Okay, seriously. So and then time goes by, and this mofo never comes back. So I did the chat thing, and you can't even send attachments. So even if I would have took pictures of like Oh, I forgot, y'all. He actually not only was in the neighborhood, I ended up going out somewhere and seeing the same motherfucker in the other side, out the neighborhood, in another neighborhood making packages, like seeing him pull out. So he just left the whole neighborhood, did not come back for, I don't know what the hell his problem was. Never gave our, or just say F it, like he didn't feel like getting a PIN word or, you know, getting a PIN number or asking nobody information or whatever the hell was going on with him. And he's like, okay, if they don't get the package, they just get a refund. Didn't care. I don't understand what it was on. So I told the customer service people that was like, oh, it's still time. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. This person has left. I didn't even explain the whole situation. Like, this person left, you know, going back and forth. When I come in there to give them packages, this person, you know, like I was still in the driveway. They're at the end of the driveway. They take off. I see them down the street. I see them going to other people's delivery and left the neighborhood and did not come back. Because at first they were trying to say, well, oh, it's still time. No, it's not. So then they were like, well, if it doesn't come today, we just come tomorrow. What, you know, it'll come tomorrow. And I told them this, customer service person. I was like, well, am I going to have to do this again where I wait again and I don't possibly get my package tomorrow? Am I going to be doing this again? Because this was weird. It didn't make any sense. And it wasn't like nothing like it was interference or anything to be a problem. No, this was whatever the heck he was on and just took off and left. And the only thing I can go by based on that is that he didn't feel like having to ask for a PIN number for me to give him to verify the PIN number. And y'all, I lost words. So they gave me a refund of the Prime for the month back for my inconvenience. And they say they hopefully it'll come tomorrow. If not, as a refund. Guess what, y'all? If we didn't get it the next day neither. The person they claimed, which we got hearing some of the person that claimed that they came to the door, nobody's at the door. So I don't know if the same asshole from the day before was back on the same ship, but claimed that they knocked on the door, and it's not even showing the trackers. Trackers been lost, and there was nothing to even indicate. So it wasn't even changed or being updated. They didn't even update and say, oh, we try tomorrow. It was kind of just stuck on where the signal was lost on top of it, y'all. And we couldn't, like I said, the person was the same person went up, lied and said they didn't send the package. Still said, this time they claimed like they sent the package. Nobody came to the door. What is y'all talking about? It was nobody there. But so I was able to get a refund, and we reordered again. But this time, we just took our chances reordering because the cheapest was with Amazon that offered this particular grill. We ended up now they had the option when, I don't know, maybe because of that incident and me complaining about it. Now all of a sudden, this time I had the option to either have a pin on it, where request would have a pin, like get a pin, or they just drop it off. Of course, I chose to drop it off just because of the BS, and then when the next time we ordered it, it was like, it came well off, no problems. But yeah, that was what I was wanted to talk about today, just kind of ranting and stuff. But anyways, y'all, let me get out of here. Hugs and love. I hope you enjoy. I hope you like seeing this face in there. Hopefully, I made sure I put this up. But hugs and love, y'all. Y'all probably will see me in my next podcast next year. So blessings to y'all. Happy New Year. New Year's hugs and loves and blessings and stuff and healing for y'all. And we're going to put affirmations. Oh my gosh. And that is one of my favorite songs. That was number one, like Find Out Flippa T. Even though she kind of sounded like go real little bit, when I found out, I started hearing it on the radio, and I found out before I get out of here, y'all, Bison Jules, he was doing I've been following for years, especially him and those kids, him and sons of thousands, him one of his nephews, and him one of his nieces and stuff, but he's a comedian as well, but he's hilarious. His family's hilarious too. And because he does like content collabs, he's hilarious. But he was doing a video like during the summer, and you see one of his son, he's in the background, has this look on his face like, here dad go again, going again. and you see this tall dude with the chimneys, and they up there dancing, and you hear this song, Afflimations of a River, you on your shit. Also, man, the stage got a lot of play too. Maybe, hopefully, it'll be like one of those songs where it cuts wind, and it may not touch wind until like later on, because that's also another affirmation song. I mean, affirmations like manifesting song, manifesting song. Like, I know Daddy Will. I always think about his rapping and stuff. I did not know he was on TikTok. He's been out for a while. He kind of be cool with some of the streamers and stuff like that too. But I didn't know I Can't Go Broke came out last year, and with the artist Babyface, two different Babyface, and they both from Michigan. Babyface raised from Detroit. Babyface T, which got an X in the Babyface part. It's actually from Flint. Yeah, that's where I got it. Flint. And I didn't know the lyrics because I've been hearing the remix more, so I couldn't go broke. I Googled when it came out last year. So I'm hoping for this. But like I said, going back to Joseph Fox, he knew that there's plus he was scribbling out, and he still do it. And they even, of course, collabed him. But that's also how I found out about Flippa T and her song and her rapping stuff was also not just with Joseph Fox, but they've been played because I've been using my dad. I mean, he usually part of the clock thing. I've been listening to the Cyrus radio, and that's how I first found out on Afflimations. And possible, but it's just nice. Also, like I said, Michael News, and like I think his name is Joseph Frog, stuff like that. It reminds me of Chico Choco as well, because with this dancing and thrusting, you know, I don't know if they not they do, but they're dancing. But I just had thought about it, like hoping Flippa T. I mean, she started to recognition, and it was also nice to see the story. Like, she did that song because she was asking about the gift on rapping. And I think it has something with accounting or something like that. So kind of worry about her. Not how things get like getting people trying to mess with her money on, you know, in the music business, or just clearly the fact that she has a mess. How she was going to school, she's a mother too. She was pregnant with her second child, was going across the stage, and I didn't know it was the same young lady that was rapping a year or something ago, and she had to bring both her kids when she was doing a freestyle on it. Thing was kind of viral, and I didn't recognize when I thought about, wait a minute, she looks familiar, and it was a dope freestyle. She had her youngest child in her arms, because I think he's still like a bigger child, and had other son on the side, because he was like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and she was rapping her ass off on that. But yeah, y'all picked up, she's pretty dope as well. But yeah, y'all, hugs and loves. God bless. Take care. And I will see y'all next video. My time to see y'all, might see y'all next year. Video/podcast. I might, depending on how I feel, I might do another Vlogmas next year or upcoming. Might do a different thing. But I hope y'all enjoy listening and maybe seeing me in this vid/podcast. And I'll see you on the next one.